presidential debate for the class of 2014. Running this year is Jamala Cordon and Jaffer Sikandar.
We have for you guys is, what do you think distinguishes you from your from the other candidate?
Can I go first? Okay. Well, you can say I have past experience. Currently, I'm 2014 president, and then sophomore year I was 2014 VP. So if I continue on, I know the tricks and trades, and I also know how to approach people, talk to them. I can be able to get things down, get things done on time. I know what needs to be done and what else needs to be done in the future. So that's basically all.
Alright, my turn.
Yeah.
Alright. I think I possess the qualities because as a National Society member, I know how to organize myself and organize my time and discuss. And also I'm very ongoing, so I know how to approach people and be active to them. I also want to expand SGA in a way that is more broader and not just doesn't focus on a small variety of students, whereas it focuses on the whole class, the whole school. Because SGA affects the whole school. A lot of people don't understand that because it affects school activities, and it also encourage. And I want to encourage, because I like to encourage people to participate more in school activities because I love Parkdale and I have strong school spirit.
Okay, and see, Jamala, you mentioned that you were president of class of 2014. If you could go back, what would you change? And for you, Jaffer, if you were president this year, what would you have done differently? We're going to start with Jamala.
What would I have to change? Basically, I would have probably changed the way of how things manage or how we started. A lot of things could have been done in the beginning of the year, but I guess we slacked off somewhat. But then we were able to catch up at the end of the year. Before that, also, I think, like Jaffer mentioned, make it more broader. Because it is true that it's only a certain individuals who know what's going on, what is not going on. It's not like everybody else knows what's going on. So publicization and communication is vital. So I guess, communication, that's what probably.
Alright, as president, what I would have done is I would have allowed every person to participate in school activities. So like like a penny a day, even a penny a day could have offered us some money at least. So I would have established some fundraisers in where we could have start off with at least some amount of money. So at least senior year we have somewhere to go with. And
So, what do you think your biggest challenge as president would be?
VP?
As
VP.
president of a senior class, or vice president of senior class.
Okay, challenges. Basically, because it's the end of the year, we want to make it more memorable. And like I said before, a lot of things could have been done, so to make next year more flowy and easier. But what I think that we should be doing is to make 2014 next year a big success, is to get more community things done. As in, people like Mario or my friends can come together and we can just, have fun, go bowling, or just have like night out movie nights, stuff like that to get everybody involved. And from then on, we could emphasize fundraiser at the moment, or we just make it all for fun.
So you mentioned, like you talked about directly your friends and have fun with them. So how would you get the entire student body to be a part of this, going bowling or activities like this, rather than just your specific friends?
All right, this is what I would probably do. We have a senior board, and nobody really knows about it. Like our junior board is like up in this hallway, and then nobody like goes up there. So like fun little arrows can be directing you, so people will be like, oh, what's these arrows lead to? And then you just follow little arrows, and then you go and ta-da, there goes the information for people to know. Or you can just do Twitter, Instagram, word by mouth. I like word by mouth better.
sure. Alright. to me, SGA's goal is to lead and unify students into working into school activities, and it's also to foster community service. So for me is that even a lot of people like don't know about the CRI kids or the ESOL kids. For me to incorporate them into SGA, because I want to make it broader. I want to so they could sell at least a candy bar, maybe just a candy bar a day. Get at least $1. Every dollar counts. I won't neglect any type of money. A coin, any type of money counts for our class. So if they even sell a candy bar, and they want to share the money with us, that's perfect for me. As vice president for class 2014, I'll be working alongside with my president, hand by hand, every single day. Even the good thing about that, we have whole summer to work on. So whole summer we could work on fundraisers such as car washes, maybe $5 per car, because I know nobody want to pay $14 for a car wash. So let me say that $5, because if we say $14, then that will like a lot of people won't be like, oh, that's too expensive, we won't go there. If we say $5, a lot of people will come, we'll get more profit than we will waste money. I'm only looking for profit gain, not money gain. Also, if I have job, I'm willing to spend some of my own money to incorporate to support our class.
I noticed that you mentioned community service with involvement with SGA. Some people believe that the SGA has a disconnect with some of the school population. So like you mentioned the CRI or maybe even the underclassmen or like ESOL. Do you think that there is a disconnect, and how would you address the disconnect?
Yeah, I believe there is a disconnect because I believe there is a disconnect because in my version, I think SGA is very isolated from a lot of activities, whereas it should not be, because it's the SGA. It should be the main source of school, because that's where students go if they have concern with any student issues, because SGA is where everyone goes, and then the executive board handles that with the principal. So therefore incorporating the CRI and ESOL kids, that would be very important, because that's half the population, since we're a diverse school.
Hey, I have to keep going. I have the time.
Can you repeat the question?
The question was, some believe that the SGA has a disconnect with some of the school populations, such as ESOL or CRI. What would you do to help address this disconnect?
In order to address this, I guess what we need to do is get people involved and talk to them one-on-one, and then get more people to come in to show that there is no disconnect. Many people might lead into thinking that there's a disconnect, but it's just basically on the will of the person. You can tell the person, hey, something's coming up. It depends on the person if they want to come. You have to make things more fun and enjoyable for other people to come, because what certain people might like, not everybody will going to come and enjoy it. So just go to the person and make sure they come, like ESOL, and then the disability people, and then Hispanics, everybody.
Okay, so you mentioned, both of you guys mentioned getting the class involved in school. Like, you kind of bring up the topic of school spirit. So how would you get the word out there? How would you make it so our senior year was, oh, the whole class knows what we're doing, we're going here, we're doing this, and there's just a strong involvement? How would you do that?
How would I do that? Okay, like I said before, basically just get it word by word is the best thing to do. Just go up to people and tell them what's going on. Because if you go up to a person and emphasize, hey, this is going on, they feel as if you came up to them in a special way. It's like, oh, this person's looking for me to come, so it gets more people to come. Also, Instagram, Twitter, because you can't get to people all the time. People are everywhere, and then you only have 2 feet to get places. And also posters or the senior class board, where we put little arrows, and then make people follow them, and they're like, oh, this is what's up, and little paw prints everywhere.
Right. In order to incorporate word by mouth is a good way, but the reason why I ran for vice president because I know that nothing can be done alone. That's why I'm going to be working alongside my president, because teamwork is the best way to accomplish our goal that we're drowning in. So social networking is a good idea, but a lot of people don't have internet, or maybe not even computer at home. So that's why maybe word by mouth, or maybe even announcing it to be like, oh, we're having a fundraiser, we're having carnivals or something like that. Announcing it, because nothing can be because nothing can be done by individuals alone. Teamwork is necessary. So that's why I ran for vice president, where I could work alongside my president, so we could all work together into making SGA more broader and foster community services.
Can I say something? Okay, so you said teamwork is vital, right? So let's say each person has their own job. Since you, as the president or the vice president, you guys need to go separate ways to get the job done together, right?
No. We go separate ways because
Because we all have this. Okay, this is the goal, right? And then in order to get to the goal, there are things you need to be done, like paperwork. You need to go to people. You need to make sure that everything's in order and checked, right? So we can't all be together and make sure that we all go the same path to get there, because one person, in order to make the teamwork done, one person needs to get the paperwork, the other person needs to come together, talk to the person, and then we come together and be like, okay, the job is done. That's how teamwork is. So if I stay beside my president every single day and just be like, okay, so what needs to be done? What needs to be done? We're not going to go anywhere, because the president is not the only brain behind the whole SGA. There are VPs, secretary, treasurers, and we all come together.
But at the end of the day, we're all trying to accomplish one goal, and that goal is to work as a team. So everything can be done. Everything can be done faster if we all work as a team. And whereas if we work as individuals, all we're doing is stressing out each other.
You didn't get my point. Okay. So yes, we need to get into be a team, but in order to be a team, we all need to have our job.
I know, but
So we all can be a president, we all can be a vice president, we all can be a secretary, we all can be a treasurer. Because everyone has their own job.